500,000 miles. Most people think that's impossible for a modern truck, but GMC trucks hitting 500,000 miles isn't luck. It's following specific steps at specific times. Today, I'm breaking down the exact roadmap to 500,000 miles. These aren't basic maintenance items. These are the critical steps that separate trucks in salvage yards from trucks that run forever. The last step? It's what you do at 150,000 miles, and skipping it is the #1 reason GMC engines fail before 300,000. Real quick, if you want your GMC to last, hit subscribe. New longevity tips every week. Step number 1, know your engine's Achilles heel. Every GMC engine has a weak point, a component that fails predictably if you don't address it. And the first step to 500,000 miles is knowing what that weak point is for your specific engine. If you've got a 5.3-liter or 6.2-liter V8 with active fuel management, your weak point is the lifter system. These lifters fail between 80,000 and 150,000 miles. When they fail, metal fragments circulate through your engine, causing catastrophic damage. The solution? Either disable the AFM system with a delete kit at 60,000 to 80,000 miles, or replace the lifters preemptively at 100,000 miles before they fail. Yes, it costs $800 to $1,500, but it's cheaper than a $6,000 engine rebuild. If you've got a 6.6-liter Duramax diesel, your weak point depends on the generation. Early LB7 engines have injector issues. LY engines run hot. LMM, and newer engines have emission system complexity. Know which generation you have and address its specific weakness. If you've got a 2.7-liter turbo 4-cylinder, your weak point is the timing chain. It stretches prematurely. Have it inspected at 80,000 miles and replaced if there's any stretch. Don't wait for the rattle. By then, damage is already happening. The point is this: every engine has a predictable failure point. Research your specific engine. Find out what fails, address it before it becomes a problem. This one step will save you thousands and add years to your truck's life. Now, once you know your weak points, you need to establish the right maintenance intervals. Step number 2, create a custom maintenance schedule. Your owner's manual has a maintenance schedule, but that schedule is designed for average use under ideal conditions. If you want 500,000 miles, you need a custom schedule based on how you actually use your truck. Here's what most people get wrong. They follow the normal maintenance schedule when they should be following the severe service schedule. And almost everyone falls under severe service, even if they don't realize it. Severe service includes short trips under 10 miles, towing, dusty conditions, extreme temperatures, stop-and-go traffic, and idling. If any of these apply to you, and they probably do, you need shorter intervals. For oil changes, ignore the 7,500 or 10,000 mile recommendations. Change your oil every 5,000 miles with quality synthetic. This single change will prevent more engine problems than anything else you can do. For transmission service, don't believe the lifetime fluid marketing. Service your transmission every 50,000 miles. Drop the pan, replace the filter, refill with fresh fluid. This prevents the transmission failures that kill trucks at 150,000 to 200,000 miles. For differential service, change the fluid every 50,000 miles if you tow, every 75,000 if you don't. Use the correct GL5 gear oil at the right viscosity. This prevents the whining, grinding failures that cost $2,000 to repair. For coolant, replace it every 50,000 miles or 4 years. Don't wait for 150,000 miles like the manual says. Old coolant becomes acidic and corrodes your engine from the inside. Create a spreadsheet or use a maintenance app. Track every service. Set reminders. Treat maintenance like appointments you can't miss. This discipline is what gets you to 500,000 miles. But even perfect maintenance won't help if you're driving in ways that accelerate wear. Step number 3, master the art of mechanical sympathy. Mechanical sympathy means understanding how your truck works and driving in ways that reduce stress on components. It's the difference between a truck that lasts 200,000 miles and one that lasts 500,000. First, always warm up your engine before driving hard. Cold oil is thick, it doesn't flow properly. Your turbo, timing chain, and valve train aren't getting adequate lubrication. Start the engine, let it idle for 30 to 45 seconds, then drive gently until the temperature gauge reaches operating range. No hard acceleration, no high RPM, no towing until everything is warm. Second, never lug the engine. Lugging means high load at low RPM. It creates massive cylinder pressure without adequate oil pressure to protect bearings. When towing or climbing hills, keep your RPM between 1,800 and 2,500. Downshift before the engine struggles. Let it work in its power band. Third, Cool down after hard use. If you've been towing or driving hard, let the truck idle for 2 to 3 minutes before shutting down. This lets the turbo cool gradually while maintaining oil flow. Shutting down immediately after hard use causes turbo coking and premature failure. Fourth, avoid short trips when possible. Short trips never let the engine reach full operating temperature. This causes moisture accumulation in the oil, incomplete combustion, and carbon buildup. If you must make short trips, take a longer drive once a week to fully heat everything up. Fifth, use cruise control wisely. On flat highways, cruise control is fine, but on hills, it causes the transmission to hunt between gears and the engine to lug. Take manual control on grades, maintain steady throttle, let the truck settle into a gear and stay there. These habits cost nothing. They just require awareness and discipline, but they dramatically reduce wear and extend component life. Now let's talk about the fluids that make or break longevity. Step number 4, use only premium fluids. Cheap fluids are expensive in the long run. If you want 500,000 miles, you need to use premium fluids in every system. For engine oil, use top-tier synthetic from brands like Mobil 1, Pennzoil Platinum, or Valvoline Advanced. Make sure it's Dexo certified if your truck requires it. The difference between cheap oil and premium oil is $15 per change. Over 500,000 miles, that's maybe $300 total, but premium oil prevents thousands in engine damage. For transmission fluid, use only genuine GM Dexron 6 or equivalent from major brands. Never use generic, compatible fluids. The wrong fluid causes clutch slip, seal damage, and premature failure. Genuine fluid costs $8 to $10 per quart. Generic costs $5. That $3 savings will cost you a $4,000 transmission. For coolant, use genuine GM Dex Cool or a quality equivalent like Prestone Extended Life. Mix it 50-50 with distilled water, not tap water. Tap water contains minerals that cause deposits and corrosion. For differential fluid, use quality GL5 gear oil at the correct viscosity. Brands like Mobil 1, Royal Purple, or Valvoline are all good. The wrong viscosity or quality causes premature gear wear. For brake fluid, use DOT3 or DOT4 as specified. Replace it every 3 to 4 years, even if it looks clean. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time, which lowers its boiling point and causes internal corrosion. For power steering fluid, use genuine GM fluid or equivalent. The wrong fluid can damage seals and cause leaks. Yes, premium fluids cost more up front, but we're talking about maybe $500 extra over 500,000 miles. That's $1 per 1,000 miles. It's the cheapest insurance you can buy. But fluids alone won't get you to 500,000 miles. You need to address wear items before they cause secondary damage. Step number 5. Replace wear items proactively. Wear items are components designed to wear out and be replaced. The key to longevity is replacing them before they fail and cause damage to other components. Serpentine belts should be replaced every 80,000 to 100,000 miles, even if they look fine. A belt costs $30. A tow truck after a belt breaks costs $200, plus whatever damage the belt caused when it failed. Spark plugs should be replaced at the interval specified in your manual, usually 100,000 miles. Don't stretch it to 120,000 or 150,000. Worn plugs cause misfires, which damage catalytic converters. A set of plugs costs $80. A catalytic converter costs $2,000. Battery should be replaced every 4 to 5 years, even if it's still working. Batteries fail suddenly, usually at the worst possible time. A new battery costs $150. A tow truck costs $200. Tires should be replaced when tread depth reaches 4/32 of an inch. Don't wait until they're bald. Worn tires increase stopping distance and reduce traction. They also stress your suspension and drivetrain. Brake pads should be replaced when they reach 3 to 4 millimeters of thickness. Don't wait until they're metal on metal. Worn pads damage rotors, which turns a $200 brake job into a $600 brake job. The pattern here is simple. Replace wear items before they fail. The cost of proactive replacement is always less than the cost of failure plus secondary damage. Now let's talk about the inspection routine that catches problems early. Step number 6. Perform monthly inspections. Most problems start small and grow over time. Monthly inspections catch these problems when they're cheap and easy to fix before they become expensive disasters. Once a month, walk around your truck and look for leaks. Check under the engine, transmission, and differentials. A small leak caught early might just need a $50 gasket. Ignored, it leads to low fluid levels and component failure. Check your tire pressure monthly. Underinflated tires wear faster, reduce fuel economy, and stress your suspension. Overinflated tires reduce traction and ride quality. Keep them at the pressure specified on your door jamb. Check your fluid levels monthly. Engine oil, coolant, brake fluid, power steering fluid, windshield washer fluid. Low levels indicate leaks or consumption issues. Catching them early prevents damage. Look at your belts and hoses monthly. Check for cracks, fraying, or soft spots. A failing belt or hose gives you warning signs before it fails completely. Listen for unusual noises. New squeaks, rattles, or grinding sounds indicate developing problems. Address them immediately before they become expensive. Check your lights monthly. Burned-out bulbs are safety issues and can get you pulled over. They're also cheap and easy to replace. These monthly checks take 15 minutes. They cost nothing, but they catch problems that save thousands in repairs. Now, let's talk about the documentation that protects your investment. Step number 7, document everything. If you want to reach 500,000 miles, you need to document every service, every repair, every issue. This documentation serves multiple purposes. First, it helps you track maintenance intervals. You'll know exactly when services are due. You won't miss critical maintenance because you forgot when you last did it. Second, it helps diagnose problems. If an issue develops, you can look back and see what's been done recently. This helps mechanics identify the cause faster. Third, it protects your warranty. If you have a warranty claim, documented maintenance proves you've maintained the vehicle properly. Without documentation, warranty claims can be denied. Fourth, it increases resale value. A truck with complete maintenance records sells for more than one without. Buyers pay premium prices for well-documented vehicles. Keep receipts for every service. Take photos of major work. Use a maintenance app or spreadsheet to track everything. Store digital copies in the cloud so you never lose them. This documentation discipline separates trucks that make it to 500,000 miles from those that don't. Now here's the critical step that most people miss. Step number 8. Address the 150,000-mile crisis point. At 150,000 miles, multiple systems reach critical wear points simultaneously. How you handle this period determines whether your truck makes it to 300,000 miles, let alone 500,000. This is when timing chains start stretching, when water pumps start leaking, when thermostats start sticking, when fuel pumps start weakening, when suspension components start wearing, when transmission clutches start slipping. The mistake most people make is addressing these issues reactively. They wait for something to fail, then fix it. But by then, the failure has often caused secondary damage. The smart approach is proactive replacement at 150,000 miles. Yes, it's expensive up front. You're looking at $2,000 to $3,000 for timing chain, water pump, thermostat, serpentine belt, tensioners, and other wear items. But this investment prevents the $8,000 to $10,000 in damage that occurs when these components fail. Think of it as a major service interval. Just like you wouldn't skip oil changes, you shouldn't skip the 150,000-mile refresh. It's the difference between a truck that dies at 180,000 miles and one that cruises to 500,000. Schedule this service with a trusted mechanic. Have them inspect everything and replace anything that's worn or marginal. It's cheaper to replace it now than to deal with failure later. This is the step I mentioned at the beginning, the one that most people skip, the one that kills more trucks than anything else. Don't skip it. Now you know the roadmap to 500,000 miles. But there's one more thing you need to know: the warning signs that something's wrong before it becomes a major problem. Check out my video on the 7 sounds your GMC makes that mean you need to stop driving immediately. These warning signs can save you from catastrophic failures. Thanks for watching.